So today on the table, I've got my personal Alienware 13R3, which this one's running an i7 7700 and a GTX 1050 Ti 4GB model. Now what I'm currently planning on doing in this video is fully dismantling the machine so I can put some new thermal paste on the GPU and the CPU. Hopefully from there I'll get some either A, a quieter system, and hopefully B, better performance and a cooler GPU and cooler CPU. Hopefully all of above. But anyway, we'll start with just taking the bottom off, which is just Phillips head screws and a bit of prying on the back corners. Now I find with these screws they don't seem to fully leave. They tend to still be threaded in just slightly even when it feels like it's been fully unscrewed. Here we go, now we're getting in. And back removed. And then from there, on this particular model, there's two RAM slots, two M.2s, which currently I've got a Samsung 970 500 gig NVMe installed, which goes very well. I did have issues with it blue screening, but there was a BIOS update that came out that did fix that. So proceed here, all Phillips head screws, nearly all the same size. So I'll just let myself work along. Screws on the top. There's two screws at the back here that you do also need to undo. Both Phillips heads. They're the same as, there's my face. There's the same as the bottom screws to get the bottom cover off. These come out nice and easy. The two screws at the back, this bit here, should be able to be removed. Don't know why, but it is putting up a little bit of a challenge. I think it's just the way I'm trying to do it while recording it. So round 2, off nice and easy. And then from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra Phillips head screws at the very back. And after this, I can get into it to finally replace the thermal paste. Make sure you also unplug your fans and one cooler off. Now, I wasn't expecting the factory paste to look like this, but it's not looking pretty. More so on the CPU itself, also thermal paste to the right, which is not good at all. And on the GPU, it just looks like a huge blotch. It's looking very dry. So what I'm going to do here is give it a clean up with some isopropyl alcohol, a toothbrush, and some tissue paper. And turns out I didn't really need to disconnect these 3 cables down the bottom here, so I'll connect them back up once more, and then I'll proceed and put some new thermal paste down. So what I've got is some Deep Cool Z5 thermal paste. Find it does an ample enough job. So I'll put some down, and then do a test fit. Put some thermal paste down, put the cooler on it, push it down, make sure it spreads nice and evenly, which I'm pretty certain it shall. And then from there, it's a reinstall process time. From here on, I'll let the video play out, But so far, I'm currently editing this video on this exact machine, and since putting down the new thermal paste, I'm yet to hear the fans kick up or need to kick up. The copper heat pipes themselves are relatively cool to the touch. So far it's definitely succeeded in dropping noise and dropping temperature. So I'm assuming heat is now transferring as it should, and I reckon the machine's waiting for the heat pipes to become a bit heat soaked prior to engaging the fans. I would say once I tell it to render this video at the end, that the fans will engage. I have double checked to make sure they are connected. But so far so good. I'm curious how this will go with gaming. At the moment I'm mainly playing Global Offensive and a bit of Apex at the moment, which both of them do kick it up a gear. But I'll see how it goes in the long term, but in the short term it's definitely been so far a noticeable improvement. Well worth the 20 minutes to do this job, which taking the machine apart was actually easier than I expected. I thought there was going to be a few more layers to it. Luckily you don't have to remove the keyboard or anything at the top or on the inside of the machine. So overall, yeah, after reading many times on Reddit about people changing the thermal paste, I didn't think it was actually going to be that bad, like the thermal paste quality. But for something that might take you half an hour to do, an hour if you're not really used to pulling apart tech, or even paying $50 at a computer store to put down some new thermal paste, it very well might be worthwhile on the life of the machine to do that. But anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. I'll let the rest of this play out for you. Bye.